Anche si coma. Oyo na anche si coma. Me nye ina him fan offer. So this is the outcome. We blocked it because I cleared my land and they're using this as the path. They're in there stealing my oranges, cassava, everything. So we decided to close it up today. So now you can see they were walking through, see? So now let's see how far this goes. We gotta find, when we came, this place was bushy. We couldn't even put our pillar. We left the pillar there. When we cleared it, we put the pillar, and now that's their walking path. I've told them many times not to, nobody listens. So this is what I've done for now till we can get a proper fence in. You can see they walk all the way in there. You can see their footprint. Very stubborn. I don't really want to say it, but they're very stubborn. So however you were going to your farm before, do the same. Pretend like I didn't clear this section. Take that route. So yeah, we're trying to block them. As you can see, they're using our land as a pathway all the way to the top. The top that we blocked with some wood. We did it, but they're still going through. So we're trying to use the same wire mesh around here to go there, so then they can't get in here. They have to find somewhere else to walk. Because land encroachment issues in Ghana are very real. So I'm trying to not get into that. And now this is the year I get things right. So I'm very close to the village. We have another 4 acres of land. And this is a video of the transaction. We bought it from the chief's niece. And we weren't doing anything there, so we left it. I paid for everything. Like this one, I'm paying her for the trees on the land. I paid for the palm nuts. I paid for oranges. Every crop that was on the land was paid for. And we planted cassava there. We planted corn there. But you know, as usual, because we weren't paying attention to it, they stole everything. I don't get to eat any of the orange. You go and they'll just get everything of the orange, get your palm nuts and sell it, everything. They just basically in there doing whatever they want to do. So there comes a time that the road, like I've been the only one doing the road. So this time I was just short on money and they were making the main road to the village. So I struck a deal with the contractor that if they get some soil for my land, then in exchange they can do my road to the farm, because I was having complaints and customers were complaining, your road is bad and I can't come pick up the egg. So I had to do something about it. So that's what I came up with. And I'm glad I went and cleared the land in search of sand, because that's when I realized that there has been encroachment on our land. So I said, okay, let me get the tape measure, let me get the thread, line everything up, and let's get it straight, okay? And that's when all hell broke loose. So after I bought the 4 acres, a guy in the village, an older man, bought like one plot. We don't even like what was sharing is like not even that far. Like I don't even know the measurement, but just one plot. So one plot beside a 4 acre is next to nothing. Okay, and he encroached on my land, so I took it up with him. We talked about it. I went to the chief. I thought everything was okay. I went home, and then next time I'm going to the farm, he had sent somebody that I took his land and were coming to, we have to make sure it's right. So fine, we went and we did all that. And we put the pillar where it's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, he was the one in the wrong anyways. So we let go of this issue. I'm trying to get my workers to put up fence wall. And that's when it went downhill. But then I was sticking to my gun. This is like 3 years ago I bought this land, okay? So I put up the pillars right away. When I buy land, I bring in the surveyor, I get the pillars made, I do my paperwork, I register it, cord everything. I don't play with these. So that's when we were doing the pillars. We did it. Okay. Then I left it alone. And somehow this gentleman, I have to say the crippled guy, I'm sorry. I think he's crippled, so he wanted some plot close to town. So there was one plot right by my thing, and then the chief sold it to him, and he's been a pain in the butt. He's been like, we were friendly as hell, but for the few months it's been hell. But the elders went to him and said, we forgot to leave some space for, you know, the road network. So ideally what we have to do now is, if you share boundary with anybody, whoever has a boundary with you, you each give land as a road, okay? And this man says, hell no, I'm not giving, no. Okay. I'm right by the road, so I have access to my land. The other guy opposite of me, the KAJA, he also right in front of the road. He has access to his land. You're the one in the middle. So how are you going to get to your land? He wasn't willing. That's not my business, because I don't have an access problem. He does. So then I decided my worker to use bamboo to match it with my pillar all the way to the end of the 4 acres. That was a Saturday. I left. He came back Saturday after church, and he started complaining. Why did you block off the road? But I didn't block off the road. My pillar is literally to the end, straight. So when I do that, then he has no access to his land. Then he came. He was furious. He went to the chief and all kinds of things. And then, of course, they're gonna call me. So I said, fine, I don't mind. I'm going to go see the chief. So I think what we're going to have to end up to do is he has to give up some of his land. Like, look at my pillar and the JA's pillar. So we're supposed to leave some space for roads. So that man is in between there somewhere, and there's no access. And he's the one causing problems. So what I'm going to do is I have to move my pillar back a bit, and the JA also has to move his pillar front a bit, and that's how you create road. This man wasn't in agreement, so I said I'll teach him a lesson. And I told him, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm going to work with the law. So if you keep messing with me, you're going to have a long time in the courts, because I'm not dealing with this insult. And like, no, I'm not stooping to your level. If you think I've stolen your land, which I haven't, take me to court. And if I put my pillars there and you keep removing them, I'm taking you to court. Then we'll see what happens. So this is where they're getting the gravels from our 4 acres. Where would you leave these things? Like after? Okay. I'm trying to get the boundary of our land all sorted. You can see that's the blue rope, because we cleared it in exchange for them to do the road, a 4 acre land close to town. And that's the one we're getting right. All the way to where it has been cleared. What I'm talking about. That's our last pillar. And somebody's farming here. And it's obvious they are in our property. So imagine if you don't take care of it, then one day it becomes an issue. Right? You see the poles? This is my 4 acre. Remember, we cleared the land in exchange for the contractors to fix this road all the way to the farm. So when you clear the land, it becomes a road by default. And when you don't stop it, and it keeps going, then eventually becomes the norm, and then you lose your land. So I'm making wall before it's too late, because I learned the hardest way with the 11 acres. I cleared a path, and I closed the road because they were using it, and I don't even mind, but they were going in there stealing my cassava, my plantain, my palm nut, and I blocked it, and they were not happy. They went to the chief of the village to complain, but I don't care. And when they cleared this one, if you look over there, you know there's a land there, this one. That's about one plot. This gentleman bought it, and he was encroaching on my land. So I decided that I'm gonna fix it, and it was a big fight. And I mean, this man is a crippled man. I was so nice to him. Sometimes I give him money. Sometimes, I give him food. I give him egg. We're very cordial until it came to him encroaching on my land. And then when I stood on my ground, now we're enemies. He was threatening to get my pillars and throw it. I mean, I have 4 acres all the way from here to here. His land is, if you see the little bamboo fence wall, that area, about one plot. We had avocado as our boundary, and during the dispute, we told him that avocado is the boundary, and because, like, if you can see, he knocked down the avocado. You see that tree log there? That's the avocado, and it had fruits on it. And he's just trying to get rid of all evidence. And yeah, you have to pay attention to your land, because they encroach on it, and before you know, it becomes a big fight. But I'm not the one to just back out, so I'm doing a fence wall with the bamboo till I can afford to do a real fence wall. So if you can see this bamboo thing, I have my worker doing it. That's the front, and then also from the side all the way to where it has been cleared. You start from there, and then you see a pillar, and then it turns to your right, and it goes all the way here, and then it comes back here. 4 acres, and there's one plot beside here, this side here, that I'm planning on buying, because I don't want to sound rude, but the villagers, they're so poor, and when they finally raise money to buy one little plot of land, it's like they guard it with their life, and they will kill for anything. So unfortunately, I'm stuck with that man beside me, but I'm trying to buy the one beside me here, so I don't have to deal with another poor mindset landowner. Like, that nothing works. I said, this land has been, I was here before him, by the way. This land has been bought, registered, and everything. I was showing him the paperwork, and he said he doesn't give a damn about paperwork. All he wants to do is just argue about the land. And he really surprised me. Like, I mean, I was cordial with this man. He would see me, he would greet me, he would take off. And he's crippled, he's one-legged, right? So he's basically disabled. So I've been so nice to him, and he shocked me. He shocked me. When I told my husband he broke down the avocado tree, he cut down the avocado, he couldn't believe it. It's like, what? It was fruiting. Yeah. Just so we don't have to say the avocado is our boundary. And it was more into his land than mine. So he cut down the avocado tree. And he was telling me the other day, he wants to use my land to take materials to his one plot, because he wants to start building. Because he doesn't have money to hire a tractor to make a path for him. And now I'm blocking it. So too bad. Too bad. Don't care. Nobody's gonna. They've been walking there, and then it's not a path. It's my land, so I'm closing it. So it's not easy. And in Ghana, if you're not strong, they take out, and then he comes back and he fights over nothing. So this is what we've done. See the bamboo? We have done it all the way to the top there. If you can see it. I don't want to go, but it's going to go all the way there, so we can have like a bamboo fence wall for now. Yeah. So they are amazing, but I don't care. Yeah, so my workers finished it yesterday. I started with them, and then somewhere there I went home, and then they finished putting the bamboo pillars. So he's cutting more bamboo. He's gonna break them apart, cut them into pieces and then put them across this way with nails all the way. We're blocking the front and then the side, so I don't have to deal with this man. It's a lot of work, and we were not ready, but sometimes you have to be ready because, as I told you, we're getting light. Me and another person that's doing piggery, and you can see the pole there. So now people are here, like, and this is very close to the village. That's somebody's house. So this 4 acre is like, you can't play with it and lose it because they will encroach on it like crazy. So I'm doing all that I can do. It can't wait. It's been sitting there for like 2 years or so. It's time to do our boundaries so people don't encroach on it. I wish I can go in there and show you, but where his fence wall is, you see the side, you see the bamboo fence wall right in the middle here, in the middle there. All to the side he has his cassava and pineapple. That's all part of my end, by the way. His fence wall was up to the very edge. That's, you know, where the red sand, the black sand. So I said, no, it's all mine. He was going to keep all that. And he wasn't happy because I caught him. And I said, we're going to take care of it. So now we're enemies, sworn enemies. Oh my goodness. Poor mentality is a disease. So I finally got my fence, my property fenced off. And why? That's the front. But for when I'm one. So the front is done. Over there he has to block that entrance. So but for until there more one. Because some cutting one in a woody. Yeah. Let me see. I can go through here. It's so bushy, but the fence there. So it's done. That's it all the way there. And it's not even straight. These people, it's still not straight. Still not straight. But it's okay. I don't even care. I'm done with these people. Okay, so that's it. So we just have a little section here to be done. And then it meets there and then we're done. This man was obviously angry that I'm protecting my land. This is the pathway. Somebody's land. We're supposed to leave some space here. He doesn't want to. So now he's telling me how is he going to have access to his land. I said, that's not my business. You don't want to share any of yours for a road? Figure it out.